We have 30 minutes for dulls. We have 28 minutes for dulls before we play Jackbox. So we are going to very, very quickly do some dulls. Not many dulls, but some dulls. First thing I'm going to do is look at pokedoku. Okay, I have to do pokedoku today because it's Small Ant. Small Ant made the pokedoku puzzle. I will insult him by doing the best that I can, which will not be very good. At least there's no location, there's no evolution line, and final evolution. Okay, I can do this. Steel, final evolution, Aggron. Is this the biggest Aggron? It is. Yes! Ground steel must be Steelix. I'm pogging. No evolution steel, it must be Registeel. Holy cow, I'm going to the moon. I don't think there's a Regiwater or a Regipoison. Ground poison, Weedle. We had this very one, maybe yes. Oh, it's Bug. I had this against Ludwig. I said the same thing. We should really know that one. Because, yeah, all right, Luddy told me, ground Pokemon tend not to be things that necessarily live in the ground, but things that make the ground shake when they walk. I got to think about that, because many poison things also fly. Poison final evolution, Beedrill. We've done that one before. Water final evolution, Gyarados. Oh, it actually is easy today. He threw us that's how you know Small Ant loves entertainment. He threw us like an 83-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle of the plate. I appreciate that. Water with no evolutionary line. I can do this. I can do this. Just think about it for a second. It's a 1-of-1 water type. It's not going to be, I mean, there's probably some from Gen 1. I believe Jinx is an ice type. But there's got to be some, like a legendary, like a legendary bird type Pokemon that just spawns already strong, that doesn't evolve into anything. Now, ground water, that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. I'm thinking. I'm not coming up with good answers. Ground water. Ground water. By the way, I think this is my personal best so far. No evolution poison. It's going to be one of those weird dudes. Like, you know the Pokemon that looks like this? Hang on, just give me a second. He's a tiny purple guy, and he looks like this. Mr. Beast? Not Pikachu. He looks... Sableye! Yeah, Sableye. That's who I'm talking about. He's a tiny little guy. He's got octagonal eyes, and he looks like this. And I was like, this dude is useless. And then one time I read, like, best Pokemon to use for Pokemon Go Great League, and they're like, you have to have a Sableye. And I was like, what? I've been throwing that dude in the trash can as soon as I catch him. Now, here's the thing. I know Sableye is not poison, even though he's, like, purple, because he's made out of gems or something. He's made out of crystals. But something like that. Like a 1-of-1 Pokemon. This water no evolution line should be easy. There's all sorts of weird fishes. Tom York, jellyfish, and like weird piranhas and stuff like that. And does Lapras evolve? Lapras does not evolve in my world. We take those. Ground, you kind of look like groundwater. I don't know. I simply, like wet rock doesn't make sense to me. I try to avoid it. It's very slippery. Poison ground. Nidoqueen. I'm insane. I honestly kind of thought Nidoqueen was like poison / normal, but I'll take it. poison, no evolutionary line. Maybe there's like a poison ghost. Maybe like a creature that puts you in a muck. No, muck turns into the other one, Grimer, or vice versa. Coughing turns into wheezing. What about Drifloon? Does Drifloon have... Oh, Drifloon appears to evolve into Driftblim. How about Credili? Credili. Okay. Well, honestly, I'm thrilled. Either way. Did I just get 6? I got 7 on a pokedoku? That's amazing. I will never beat this score. Wooper. Oh, Sea Viper. I possibly could have gotten Sea Viper. I get it, because Small Ant, he loves Wooper, right? That's like one of his things. Wooper is a water ground. Who knew? The uneated Wooper. Mud me? Long gone were the times that she mud me. Bob Marley, poet and a prophet. Bob Marley. So I'm trying to do it in the Donkey Kong Country sound font. Bob Marley, that's the best Donkey Kong Country impression I could do. It's way better than I would have thought I could do. Factal non-sports is broken today. Don't believe me? Question placeholder. The sports one is never broken, which is insulting to me. If I really wanted to do the top 5 running backs by rushing yards in the year 2000, I could. But if I wanted to do some shit like number 1 country on earth based on per capita potassium export, I can't. And that's sad. NFL. After 0 TDs and less than 350 yards, Jerome Harrison went on a fantasy tear for this AFC North team's final 3 games in 2009. The AFC North is the Buffalo Bills, the New England Patriots, the Miami Dolphins, which doesn't make sense, and another team. I'm going to say this is the Buffalo Bills. Wrong. That's the AFC East? Wait, really? Isn't the AFC East the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, the Rays, and the Orioles? On the Hunt, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Oh, AFC North must be the Jets and... AFC North is Browns, Ravens, Steelers, Bengals? That doesn't make sense. Because the Jets and the Giants and the Patriots are more north than the Steelers, than like any of those teams. Giants are in the NFC? Yeah, but you're missing the point. They're in the NFC East, which also doesn't even make sense because their ass should be in the NFC North. They're north as hell. It was based off their locations like 100 years ago. Oh, so because of plate tectonics, New York is now more east than north? Doesn't make any damn sense, man. A 1X All-Star, this shooting guard averaged 23.5 points per game for the Milwaukee Bucks for 6 years. Okay. A 1X All-Star who played for a team that nobody cared about until like 5 years ago or 40 years ago. No disrespect. I have no idea. I'm going to pick a basketball player from this era, and his name is... The problem is every basketball player I know from this era, I know what team they played for. So I'm going to say you are Kenyon Martin, not Junior. I know he played for the Nuggets, but I had to come up with like a triple B tier NBA player from that era, okay? I did what I could. I knew it was going to be wrong, but I thought it was a reasonable guess. Bobby Crosby, Huston Street and Andrew Bailey all won Rookie of the Year playing for this American League team during the 2000s. It was the Oakland Athletics. I don't know how I know it. I think I know it because I played World Series Baseball 2003, and everybody told you to play as the Oakland A's because they were getting stronger. They had Eric Chavez, and I think they had Huston Street, or maybe Bobby Crosby. This model of Toyota midsize pickup trucks was introduced in 1995 and shares the same name as a West Coast U.S. city. I'm going to say they have the Highlander and the Tacoma. It has to be the Tacoma, unless there's like a Highlander Oregon I'm not familiar with. This is my scene right here. That's Hilary Swank's face and Kevin Costner's head. That's Hilary Swank and Kevin Costner. That's a gimme, bro. You don't even have to... there was no doubt in my mind that was going to be correct. Jennifer Aniston, Gal Gadot, and Zendaya have all been global ambassadors for what brand of bottled water? Smart Water. The fictional town of Bon Temps, Louisiana, was the primary setting for what HBO series? What is Tremi? What? It's True Blood. No. I thought that was guaranteed, man. Tremi's New Orleans? Louisiana. Come on. What legendary actor played Paul Crewe in the 1974 version of The Longest Yard? Burt Reynolds. More movie questions, please. It's Been a While is a song by Stained. Thank you so much. Okay. I do not double dip. I will content myself with 6. The average score today, 4.2. Lowest percentage, beverages. I guarantee we had about 1 billion Dasanis in there. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Please listen to Joe Biden shouting Minnesota. Are you a time traveler from like 19, well, not 19, but 2022? We sodaed for like 3 months, a year and a half ago, bro. Next, you're going to tell me you got to check out this new GIF. It's a dancing baby that goes ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga. Okay, I got a bone to pick with this one. This is just my 2 cents. I don't understand Skinny Pop. Now, it's 28 small bags. I'm going to say that this probably comes in at around $18.99. I'm going to anchor my first guess. I might even go a little lower. My mom had Skinny Pop when she was here, and then she didn't eat it all. So she was like, you can eat my Skinny Pop. I ate it. I was so excited to eat it. And then I ate it, and I was like, what the hell? It's just like essentially unsalted, pre-popped popcorn. It's like smart food, but with no flavor. And then people were like, yeah, that's basically, you pretty much got it. And I thought that we were all in agreement that we were not going to buy this because it's not very good. And then my nieces were here for Christmas, and they brought Skinny Pop. And then they were eating it, and they were like, do you guys get Skinny Pop in Canada? And I was like, yeah, lady, we get Skinny Pop. It's just across the border. It's not like we're in another galaxy or something. I was also like, what is a 12-year-old kid doing eating Skinny Pop? We were all drinking Pepsi Blue and Vanilla Coke and Gushers and just horrible stuff, snorting pixie sticks. So you got these kids eating like unsalted, unoiled, pre-popped popcorn. It's like, I'm not going to say it's torture, but it's just like, you've been raising your kids really well if they eat on previously popped popcorn and it's like a nice treat for them. That's crazy. I'm here to tell you, if you want a snack just for the purposes of eating a snack, and I'm not judging that, because I eat mindlessly all the time, this is fine. You can eat a lot of it without blowing up your caloric intake. But if you want to eat something specifically that tastes good. It's not even mid, it's pre-mid, but that's okay. Anyway, I'm going to say what did I say? $18.99. I'm going to pull it down $1. I'm going to go $17.99. There's 28 bags. Do I think that they could sell these at 50 cents a bag in America? That would take it to $13.99. I don't think they can. I think it's got to be $14.99. I think it's got to be $13.99. I think it's got to be $12.99. God bless America. That's pretty cheap. Now I can understand why these are moving out of the store by the caseload. Is that like 40 cents per bag of Skinny Pop? That's insane. I mean, it's only 100 calories, but the people who buy Skinny Pop treat that as a positive instead of what we might treat it as, which me personally, I say is a negative, but depends what you're looking for. Weekend of September 16th, 2016. A Warner Brothers movie in its second weekend with a small drop-off, usually indicating it's an audience favorite. Audiences tend to enjoy this movie. They tell people, other people go see it next weekend. It is starring Tom Hanks from 2016. Tom Hanks, 7 years ago. Warner Brothers. Could be Sully. Am I insane to think that Sully came out around this time? It is Sully. Okay, this has come up a lot. I remember it couldn't have been Captain Phillips because Captain Phillips came out like when I moved to Vancouver, I'm pretty sure, or maybe when I moved to Korea. Because I remember it was on a plane and I was like, I'm not going to watch some like hijack shit while I'm on a plane. Like they'll probably throw me in prison. Lionsgate opened to 9 million. Starring James Allen McCune. We're going to need some help on this one. There's something evil hiding in the woods. Okay, so I'm going to say it's probably a horror movie from Lionsgate. This is the remake of the Blair Witch Project called Blair Witch. It is the remake of the Blair Witch Project called Blair Witch. Made $20 million. By the way, I would give anything to go back to the era when the original Blair Witch Project came out. I was like 10. Full-grown adults thought that it was real. They thought it was a documentary movie of like 4 teenage film students getting killed in the woods. The marketing, back then, you could get away with essentially just saying something is a true story and people would not even question it, really. It was only like a few years later, people were like, obviously it's not real. That would be like a police evidence. Universal, $8 million, starring Renee Zellweger. The Bridget Jones reboot, or did that come out during COVID? Okay, it's not that. I have no idea. Relationship status beyond complicated. It's not Baby, bro. That came out in like 2005. Actor 2, Colin Firth. Bro, this is Bridget. Bridget Jones' Baby, maybe? Apparently it is Bridget Jones' Baby. It couldn't have been anything else. Is this, wait, what's this? There's 4 Bridget Jones movies then, right? Oh no, Edge of Reason is the second one. The Baby is the third one. Yeah. That makes sense. I got it. I thought Baby was the second one and Edge of Reason was the newest one. I thought it was just the one. Nah, bro, she's been journaling. She's been busy. Open Road. I don't even know the distributor. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, 2016. I have a hard time believing that this is Don John, but we can float some guesses out there. I feel like Don John would have opened more than 8 million. Premium Rush is from like the late 2000s, I think, or maybe even the mid 2000s. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Tagline: the only safe places. Oh, is this no, it's not Hesher. Isn't this called like American something? Nope. It's like two words. Actor 2, Shailene, reveal all hints. I don't know what this is. Oh, I do know what this is. It's Snowden, bro. CIA employee Edward Blank. Okay, zero points, but a check mark. That stings. I saw this. I saw this on pay-per-view. I should have known that. It's the only one of these movies I've actually seen. Sony Pictures has been out for a month. 75 million. Starring Jane Levy. Tagline: in the dark, the blind man is king. It's a thriller horror. Can't be Bird Box, right? That came out more recently than that. But the time from 2016 to 2023 is murky, man. We're not gonna know it from the actors. A group of Oh, I've seen this one too. This one is called. No, it's called. They break into the blind guy's house, and then you're like rooting for the blind guy, and then eventually you're rooting against the blind guy. It's called Don't Breathe. And then they made a second one, which doesn't really make sense, and I heard it was really bad. There we go. 50th percentile, I'll take it. I was never rooting for the blind guy? What are you talking about? At first, it's just a bunch of punks robbing his house. Then, it's a crazy dude with some teenagers trapped inside of his house. I'm pro robbery? He's a blind guy. My ass does not support killing people just because they try to steal from you. I don't think he's blind. I think he was just trying to, like, wing them a little bit. I don't think he was trying to kill them until he was. Yeah, he's a psycho. Yeah, but we didn't know that at the start of the movie unless you read the entire synopsis of the movie before you watched it. So you could, like, your friends would be like, yeah, cheering when he's about to, like, get the robbers back. And you're like, oh, you might not want to cheer for that guy. He got up to some really troubling stuff in 1979. Come on. You just watched the movie, bro. He was given psycho vibes. Honestly, if you break into my house, I'll probably be giving off psycho vibes too, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm going to be smashing a baseball bat against like a cast iron pan or something like that and going like, you want some of this? You're going to be like, whoa, that guy seems mentally unstable. Yeah, it's because some people broke into my house, dude. You got to make yourself appear crazier than them so that they just leave. That's how I play it in my head anyway. They're humans, not animals? Yeah, but I'm like, don't rob me. Like, I'm going to make it hard for you. Rob somebody else. Rob some people who are like, they're on vacation. Did I tell you this story or did I tell Kate this story? I was laughing because I picked up my daughter from a class last weekend and there was like, I got stuck in traffic behind this van, and the van was called like I don't know, it was like Housekeepers, but like a pun type name, and it was like, we take care of your house while you're away. So they on the van it had like their services, so they'll like pick up your mail, they'll like make it appear that you're living there, they'll like move some shoes around on your dustbin or whatever. And I don't know, do any like maintenance or lawn work or whatever, shovel the sidewalk. And I was like, dude, if I was a robber, you should just follow that van around all day. That's crazy. You just go to the house, follow the van, wait until they leave, and then go inside of the house. Like they should really, if you're running that service, you should be using like an unmarked van. I get that you want to advertise your business, but you're basically like anybody who hires you is essentially getting the opposite of what they want. Rather than like a sense of security, they're actually getting a lot of unwanted attention.